Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got that one complete to Dubb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Cameron Balaj. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Toss play to Balaj. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over. Over, 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 over.
On third down, Jackson keeps, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over, 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 over!
After the interception, here's Jackson going for the deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
They run it with Balaj. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Jackson is going to let this one go deep. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
You know how some quarterbacks can hot-foot it for big yardage?
Cam's one of them.
Cam is one of them, but I think he thunders for big yardage. That is a big, big man. And when he's got the ball in open field, look out.
And that's just a glimpse into why he has the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NFL history.
Yeah, a lot of people say that's a defensive end carrying the football. Good luck trying to get him on the ground.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Deontay Burnett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to go. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. From the gun, here's Newton. Able to get away. Eluding but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Willie Henry in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this will be caught at the 30. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a first down throw for Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
20.
From the red zone now, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Newton now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
His throw caught right around the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On first down, it's Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And he's got it up and through. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Balaj. And he'll get this one up to the 26. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Over! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Over!
To throw on third down. Jackson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Flush to his right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10. Newton again. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He's got Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Balaj. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere.
No.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action. It's Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively.
And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun. Over. Switch.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off play action. Newton. Going for it all. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's got that one complete to Darbo. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. 14 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jackson on second down. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Jackson now throwing again to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Watch him now, Barney.
16's coming. Check mine.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's complete to Darbo. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Rashad Perriman off to the races. Touchdown, Carolina. Rashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Newton on first down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Do some.
Newton on first down. Escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. I tell you, he is closing in on a 300-yard receiving game now. He's maybe one catch away as he's got a first there. Newton takes it himself. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton finding the end zone yet again. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, Jackson fighting through, eluding the pressure right. But he breaks through another tackle. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls it over.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Set! 3-19! 3-19! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Dolphins on 3rd down, an almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Mike 40, Mike 40. 65, 65. 65. No.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the Panthers coming out now. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Hey. 20.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play there for the Panthers. 42 yards.
Let's rock now.
From the red zone now, Newton
throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They go play action now. Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Dolphins get a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance where they took control of this game.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Willie Henry in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They fake the give. Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. To the air again, Newton. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So now here come the Dolphins. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, 77 yards. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70.
He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Off play action. Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey, check. Watch you now, Barney!
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Again, it's Balaj. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Watch you now, Barney. Check. Hot! 18, Mike, 18. Defense wins championships, baby.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch you now, Barney.
They'll try and run with Balaj, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ready?
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they've wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make the decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.